Welcome back to Low Stress Math with Mrs. Bono. We are on Chapter 2, Lesson 3, Graphing Functions from a Table of Values. So, before we stopped, I told you what the domain was. I got it from up here. We put it into the equation, and I used my calculator to get my answers. So, -4 divided by 2 minus 1 is -3. So my point is -4, -3. And I'm going to graph that. -4, -3. There's my first point. Now, -2 divided by 2 minus 1 is -2. And I have -2, -2 for my next point. -2, -2 is right there. 0 minus 1 is -1. Now I have 0, -1. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. 2, 0. And 4 divided by 2 is 2. 2 minus 1. My point is 4, 1. Now, if you look at it, you see there's a pattern. -3, -2, -1, 0, 1. It is going up by 1. So that's kind of interesting. So my points are -1, 0, -1, 2, 0, and 4, 1. Look, there's my line. I'm going to connect the dots. There we go, connect the dots. Put arrows on each end. Now I'm going to write the equation from here. This equation gets written on the line. Y equals x divided by 2 minus 1. All right. Now make a table of values to graph each function using the same domain. Then state whether it's linear or nonlinear. That's kind of an important part of this question. So I'm going to take these numbers as the domain, and then this is the function rule. So 2x minus 1 is the rule, and I'm going to use the same domain for both problems. So this is x squared minus 2. Here we go. Sorry. -2, -1, 0, 1, 2. And the same domain, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2. Remember, the x values vary. So what's not going to vary? This, the 2 and the -1. But the x is going to vary. 2 does not change. You're multiplying by 2. Every x gets multiplied by 2. But the variable x is what's varying or changing. So -2, -1, 0, 1, and 2. That's the variable. It's changing. But the constant, -1, also not changing. So in the function rule, 2x minus 1, the only thing that changes is the x value. And 2 times -2, -4 minus 1, -5. So I get -2, -5. -1 times 2 is -2 is -3. -1, -3. 0 minus 1 is -1. 0, -1. 2 minus 1 is 1. So I get 1, 1. And 4 minus 1 is 3. I get 2, 3. Look, now they're going up by 2. It's -2, -5, -2, -3, 0, -1, 1, 1, and 2, 3. And I stopped there because I realized I didn't put my parenthesis there. No parenthesis, that's a problem. So, connect the points. Arrows on each end. Write the equation on the line. Y equals 2x minus 1. And it's a straight line, so this is linear. And now I'm through the next one. That's linear when it's a line. Oh, I wrote linear in script, sorry. It's still linear. I'm going to take my x. Remember, squared is multiplication, so it goes in parentheses. -2, -1, 0, 1, and 2. But the rest of it does not vary. -2 squared, -2. -1 squared, -2. 0 squared, -2. The square and the -2 doesn't change. Okay. -2 squared is 4. 4 minus 2 is 2. So my first point is going to be -2, 2. 1 minus 2, -1. So what do I have here? -1, -1. 0 is -2. Put this in your calculator. 0, -2. And 1 minus 2 is -1. Say it 1, -1. And this is 4 minus 2 is 2. What? I put a parenthesis. I don't know. You're making mistakes, Bono. Don't make mistakes. 4 minus 2 is 2. And you get 2, 2 as your point. So, -2, +2. -1, -1. 0, -2. +1, -1. +2, +2. Take the 3 on the bottom and make a little smiley out of them. Yay! And continue up through the point. Go up the other way for your smile. Continue up through the point. There you go. It's not the world's best, but it looks cute. And this is y equals x squared minus 2. And this is non-linear. If it's not a line, it's non-linear. If it is a line, it is linear. All right, 3 more problems. We've got this. I know we've got this. All right, so they gave me the domain. They gave me the x values. So I just have to finish it. -2's, this is going to be -2x minus 1. The -2 does not change, but I am multiplying times the variables. -2, -1. Don't forget the parentheses to show that you're multiplying, Bono. I almost did. Wouldn't that have been bad? And then I'm going to subtract 1. Negative times negative is +4, minus 1 is 3. Negative times negative is +2, minus 1 is +1. Really? Yes. 0 minus 1, -1. -2 times 1, -2 is -3. Negative times positive, -4, minus 1, -5. Calculator. -2, 3. -1, 1. 0, -1. 1, -3. And 2, -5. Okay. Graph some points. -2, +3. -1, +1. 0, -1. 1, -3. And 2, -5. Grab my ruler and connect those dots. Do I have to say whether this is linear or not? I mean, I could tell this is definitely linear. Y equals -2x minus 1. For sure, linear. I don't know if that, did I have to write that? I'll read my directions. Oh, for each, I do have to write that. This is linear. Linear. I wrote it on the side, it's okay. This one is also going to be linear, but a little weird. X divided by 2. So, write my variables. Oh dear, -4, -2, 0, 2, and 4. Divided by 2. -4 divided by 2 is -2. -4, -2. -1. -2, -1. 0, 0, 0. 2. Oh, sorry. 2 divided by 2 is 1. I don't know what I was writing there. 2, 1. And 4 divided by 2 is 2. 4, 2. Up, this is definitely a line. So, negative 4, negative 2, negative 2, negative 1, 0, 0, 2, 1, 4, 2. Connect the dots, add some arrows, write the equation, and that is for sure linear. Y equals x over 2, and that's going to be linear. Do the last one yourself. You can do it.